Welcome to Are We On Topic Yet by the Wild Wonder Collective.
Where faith meets real life and nothing's off limits except perfection.
We're your hosts, Dr. Melody, Mama Viv, and yours truly, Angie K.
We're talking all things ministry, motherhood, marriage, mindset,
and the messy moments in between.
Here, the conversations are real, the grace is deep, and the coffee, well, hopefully it's still hot.
So whether you're driving, multitasking, or hiding in the bathroom for 5 minutes of peace,
grab your pen, grab your journal.
Or let's be honest, your laundry basket, and join the convo.
Let's get into it.
Woo! Ladies, we've made it to episode 3. I cannot believe we are here. I'm excited. This is our first time having a guest. Woo!
Whoop, 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 whoop. This is exciting.
And she is like one of my new favorite people. Sometimes I get favorite people. I'm sorry if you haven't gotten that title in life, but I'm telling you, I get favorites, and Latasia is one of them.
Thank you.
Yes, you are. You are.
Yes,
you are pretty awesome.
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. And her last name is her full name, government name is Latasia Potis. And we're going to let her introduce herself. But also I realized that we didn't tell y'all what we do like for a living either. So we'll also jump in there and just say, hey, this is what we do too. Oh, y'all, what are we talking about? Why is she here? We're talking about Jesus, therapy, and the group chat.
Yes.
I love that one. I love
Such
that
a
one.
needed topic.
Yes, yeah. And sneak peek, I'm a whole therapist, and so is Latasia, and that's why we're here. Okay. But we're gonna, I know, I jumped the gun. It's okay.
You do this every time.
I know.
Every
I ruined
time.
the surprise. I ruined the surprise. It's okay.
Excuse me. Every time.
We're not doing this.
Latasia, you are up. What do you do? Who are you?
Yes. So my name's Latasia. I'm super excited to be here. This is fun. Y'all are definitely my people. That is made very clear to me on my heart. So I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you for having me. So I was a therapist for 4 years and came to the Lord in December of 2023. And when I came to the Lord, he said, I want you to use your gifts and my clinical gifts, mentor people in the faith. And so currently I mentor people, believers in their faith walk, on their faith journey, to just help defy their walk. I'm currently walking in the music ministry and mentorship at the same time. And there's like this beautiful cross that's happening right now. So that's what I do. I'm also a toddler mom. I think that's important. That is work. So that is what I do.
Big
So
time
good.
work.
So good.
Latasia, a birdie told me that you have like some kind of project or something that people should know about.
There's it's got a couple things going on. I have a couple of I have some music released. That's kind of the big thing that's happening now. And then I've worked on some, it's going to sound kind of nerdy, but some data collection methods for, as a clinician, my mind was always like, let me gather data to see how I can best help my clients, right? That's kind of what we do. But in the terms of faith, it's like, how do you measure faith? How do you measure that?
Yes.
And I've put my clinical brain with the faith, and I put some stuff together and created a couple of different assessments and interventions and surveys that, I'm trying to pilot into an app. That's what's happening right now. But so that believers can access them and then kind of get a good measure about where they might be on their walk, so that they can get of some sort of prescription, which it would be, you need to spend more time in community, you need to spend more time doing this, you need to read this parts of the Bible, those kinds of. Yeah.
This is
I'm loving that. Loving that.
I
Loving
was
that.
not expecting all of that. Come on. I can't wait
I'm
for
not
that
introducing
release.
myself after that.
I know.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, I'll be the brave one and go, since I didn't speak up
Please.
first. Okay. So just real quick, I am a licensed professional counselor, speaker, author, and consultant. Yes, I have a book on where is it? Amazon, called PK Syndrome. Do you have it? I'm not going into it right now, guys. It's too much. Got a lot we're going to cover today. But and then I have 2 companies. Creative Care Solutions is my counseling based company, and Melody Thompson Ministries is where I host my events. But I also co-host the Wild Wonder Collective with these beautiful ladies that we have on here. And we have the podcast. That's me. Who's up?
Angela.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Um, I'm Angie Kay, or better known as Angela Kelly. I am also a mother of five, one-man child and four boys. And I am a wife, and I adore being a wife. And then I also run a faith-based graphic design company. What else do I do? That's called Ink to Pixels Graphic Design. I make shirts, and that's out of my company, Faith Speak. They're Christian-based apparel. What else do I do? I feel like I'm always doing something, but I think that's enough.
Guys, she's amazing. Like, so amazing. And I know I'm
Yes.
biased, but like for real, amazing. Okay,
It's
Mama
just because
Bear.
I'm your twin.
We're really not
Okay.
twins, guys. Go ahead,
We're
Mama
not.
Bear.
Okay, I agree. And I'm going to try to talk in my higher voice this evening. Last
Oh,
podcast, my voice was so low. Uh, okay, so I'm
Can you please
sorry.
just talk regular?
I'm
Please.
sorry.
I don't want to
It's
have to
hard.
edit this.
Okay. I'm sorry. So I'm Mama Viv, and I am pastor of a virtual church. It's called a parachurch. We go alongside other churches to help build up members, and it's we're Bethel Christian Center, Church Without Walls, serving a God without borders, and I thank God for that. But up under that umbrella, we have Star of Hope, which is a ministry mainly for women, and we have also Bethel School of Kingdom Ministry. Yoo-hoo-hoo. And that is just taking people under our wings and helping them to grow up in the things of God, being who God has made us to be. And we also have the underground that comes on every now and then, and we'll just send something out and say, hey, you want to come to the underground? And we're going to do some worship there in the middle of the night or something like that. But it's all virtual.
I
That would
love
be
it.
me.
I love
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Yes.
ladies, that was awesome because we did not take up a whole lot of time doing that because we got a lot to cover today, guys.
Yes.
It's
We're
a
going to
lot.
talk, I mean, a lot, okay? We're going to talk about how are you really doing today? And that's us, how we're really doing, okay? And then we're going to talk about when community carried us, the taboo of mental health and faith, therapy and inner healing, the power of safe people, boundaries, burnout, and breakdown. Did I say it's a lot? It's a lot today, but that's
Yeah.
okay. I think we can get it in. What do you guys think?
We
Yeah.
got this.
I think we're
Yes.
going to stop halfway through because of the time.
Everybody's putting in their way in. Okay. Let's be real. Everyone's emotional state is up and down, right? In life, in reality. And so let's just talk about how we're coming into the room, okay? On a scale of thriving or don't ask, right? How are you coming into the room?
I'm coming into the room at don't ask. I told y'all before the show got officially started that like I am in la la land today. Like, first of all, I've just been doing a ton of stuff. And then I told y'all my kid got sick last night. And so I was literally up all night. I went to bed officially at 5:30 this morning and got back up at 7:30. So don't ask.
Poor sister. I can say that I was at Don't Ask yesterday when we were supposed to have our call and you forgot about me, but it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
but but I actually had a very recharging conversation with a new friend today. And so I'm at thriving.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's good.
Mm.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna go, and then Latasia, you go after me. Okay,
Sure.
we're saving the best for last. All
Let me
right.
just say,
Yeah.
Latasia, you're gonna have to learn how to jump in. We are talkers
Oh,
on this
yeah.
thing.
Hey,
You,
sure.
yes.
This is great.
So listen, I am thriving. I was not thriving a little earlier. I was more at don't ask because listen, how many of you have a pet at home? I have a pet. His name is Han, and he's been very sick. And so today he started losing his food. And so I was really concerned that he was getting worse, but actually I found out that he is lactose intolerant, so that's not as bad. So I am thriving.
Well,
Hey,
good.
I think I have to agree. I'm also thriving today. Um, I there is this, I think I've just understand what contentment actually means. Not just like mentally or like
Oh,
logically, like I'm content. So like, I don't know if someone would like look into like, my circumstances and be like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm thriving in all of these circumstances, like just whatever it is. It's following Jesus. This sounds like so silly, but it's like one of those things where it really just doesn't lose its excitement. And that is like, that really
Yeah.
hits me every time. Like, when you're a kid and like Christmas is coming up or something exciting, or it's your birthday and you like wake up and you're so excited. I've been waking up like so excited just because I'm like, what is going to happen today? And so
I
I would
love
say,
it.
yeah, but this is very new and fresh. So I'm kind of like, what's going to happen, which is very real. Not that something's going to happen, but so I'm thriving.
I love
Awesome.
that. I love that. I love the
that is
whole
so
I have
awesome.
learned to be content like in a real way, right?
Yeah.
Man.
I think that kind of takes us into the mental health and faith taboo because like the first thing we're going to talk about is like I thought praying would fix it more. Like you know how like
Mhm.
Christians sometimes there's this thought process that like if I just pray hard enough, right,
Yeah.
then it's going to go away. And so I feel like that whole like learning how to be content kind of almost segues into that that saying. So what do we think
Yeah.
about that, ladies? You can pray hard enough and it'll just come for you.
Hey, who wants to go
Well, just
first?
raise your hand if that's worked for you.
But really,
Did it work for
Seriously,
you? Did
come
it work
on,
for you?
all the
Everyone, everyone.
hands.
that's good.
I wore out some pillows on my knees praying.
Yeah.
I mean, and let's not get it wrong. There's so much power in
Oh,
prayer.
yes.
But
Yes.
guess what? Most things are a process.
Yeah.
I'm not
Mm,
saying that God can't supernaturally do it because he can and he does.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you, when you pull 10 people out of a crowd and you asked all of them, was it a process or a supernatural thing? Probably 10 of them will say process. Hey.
that's real. That is so real. Then the other thing is that sometimes we're praying something that's outside of the will of God, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so God is like, I can't really align with that because you're asking me to like bring something into fruition that I'm not okay with. You know what I'm saying? And I think we learn that as we start developing our relationship with him and start asking him about his heart instead of asking him to co-sign ours.
Oh, yes. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So,
Totally
yes.
agree with that. I've probably asked quite a few things that were outside of the wheel on my journey.
Listen here.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think most of us learned that the hard way. I'm telling
And
you.
I've even
Yeah.
said, I know that's not your perfect will, but can you find it in your permissive will?
Come on. I've said the same thing.
I've said it.
Listen, I have outright said, I don't want to know what you think about this. This is where I
Ah!
stand. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
Done
just
that
being
too.
honest. Okay. Yeah. But you learn to love his will. You learn to love it. You know what I mean?
I've been praying in a way where I say, if it is not for me, like if I'm not, it's like there will be times where I'm asking for something in terms of like clarity or for a specific thing to like take place, or for something to just go on. But what I have said though, I'm like, if it's not for me, I give you full permission to take it away like that in whatever way you
Mm,
see fit.
Ooh.
And that's like the
Yeah.
quickest answered prayer you could possibly I have ever received is like, if this is not for me, whatever it is, whether it's a job or if I'm supposed to physically go somewhere or talk to someone or be in a friendship or relationship, if these aren't for me, I give you full permission to take it away like this in whatever way you see fit. But if it is, just go ahead and roll that out in whatever way you see fit as well. And
wow.
Mm.
it's kind of like inviting him in, because it's not necessarily that we need to give him permission, but it's just saying it's like I surrender. So whatever
Yeah.
you want to do with this, I give you full rule, reign, and dominion right now. You take it. So that is praying harder. I think it's just the intention. Look, I'm real short and sweet. Look, if this is for me, make it happen. If it's not for me, you take it away like that.
Oh, I
Oh
love
I
wow.
it.
love that prayer.
I
Love
love
I'm
it.
it.
telling you.
Boom.
Mm.
Some people would probably call it a scary prayer, but I'm like, let's bring it on, prayer.
Listen,
Right.
write
Just
that
do it,
down, people.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Write that prayer down.
Yeah.
Short,
I
simple,
love
to
it.
the
I
point,
love
and it
it.
works.
Yes. Yes. Let's talk about the stigma around Christians getting therapy, right?
Mm.
Because I think that there's this whole big thing, at least in our community, I want to say, is like the push is to just go to church to fix it, especially internal problems, right? Internal mental struggles, like church will fix it. And so what do we think, guys?
Yeah. I've had
Why
people
do
come
we?
into me.
Yeah, go
I've
ahead.
had
It's
people come
begun.
into
It's
me.
begun.
Listen, it's my turn. Okay.
You've had people come
Now
into you.
I'm talking to these people who are
Yeah.
listening. Okay. But I've had people come into me and actually say that they were there, but they didn't believe it would work because, God could fix it
Mm,
himself. And I say, he
Mhm.
is fixing it through
Mm,
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
so good. So good.
Mm.
I know, like, I always say, why would God give the enemy like a whole field? It doesn't even make sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I'm just gonna say like everything for the mental health field is bad, and the only way to get it is through me, as opposed to saying, no, I created all these people and I have given them the ability to go in and help people with their minds. And I am working through these people because they are my kids. Like I just don't know why he would ever give anything, the enemy, like a whole field of something. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
you
Yeah.
were like right on my thought because my thought was, when will we realize that God has therapists on his payroll? Like, when
That's,
will we realize
Mm.
this?
I'm
Ooh,
one of
come
them, right?
on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have two on the line today.
Yes.
All of that,
Good.
all of that.
No,
What
I
do
think
you
I
think?
agree. I do. I think I agree. Um, it is really less about like a field and more about like what's happening in that space, operating as
Mhm.
a Christian who walks. I took a sabbatical from clinical therapy because he was like, all right, now we're going to do this, but we're going to do it my way fully. And I didn't really get what that meant until I was fully into about 6 months in and
Yeah.
into the sabbatical. And I was like, oh, there's a way that you can therapy with Jesus. Can you show me what
Yeah.
that looks like? And then it's just, I think it might be just a unique thing for each clinician or a unique experience. I think therapy in general is a unique experience for every person who goes through it. But at the end of the day, he was like, I'm the foundation of this, but I've given you a mind, and some people need a little support and guidance along that way. And I think therapy, talking it out, having someone safe to go to it was a super helpful way to do that.
Yeah. I am
Absolutely.
so with you on that, Latasia, because like for me it's like the only thing we can do as therapists is modify behavior, right? That's the only thing we're taught how to do, we may have the ability to potentially do, but Holy Spirit brings transformation. And
Yeah.
transformation is I no longer battle this, not I have to modify what's in me, but
Yeah.
I know it doesn't exist anymore. And for me, I want to produce transformation in people. And I really feel like that's why God told me to come off insurance panels, because the more I started understanding about how he produces healing in the therapeutic realm, the less I was in the parameters of insurance. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I know some of my clients probably like, what? Or people maybe feel like that. And I get it because our government and all the stuff, right? It wants people to be on insurance. It wants to use insurance. And I know if I'm paying for it, I'd prefer to use that too. I get it. But sometimes they box us in, and God wants to do more than that. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
in order for him to have the type of access that he wants to have to the clients that come to me, I had to step down and let him have full reign in that space.
Yeah. He took you off of insurance. He took me off of pay altogether. He said, you don't charge. I said, huh? So what do you mean? It's all donation. It's whatever. If someone asks me, like how much a session would be, I said, like, I don't, they're donation based. So you pay, I'll send like a scale because I always was on sliding scale regardless. It's a really tough thing to, this isn't coming from me. It's my
Right.
skills. I went to school, like I've got the stuff, the license, all that great stuff, but I'm just want to pour into you what was poured into me so that you can take it and run with it. I'm like, I don't know how to charge for that. And the Lord said he would take it. And that's a whole other story for another time. But he's like, the donation has been it's been fulfilling and satisfying, but it is he took me off no insurance panels, none of that, and then you ain't charging. I'm like, oh, okay. And if people want to donate, they will. I'm like, okay, sounds good.
I love it. That's actually how he has
Yes.
me run my graphic design business.
Okay.
So that is so awesome to hear somebody else doing it too.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I know. I was thinking Angie K knows a whole lot about that, but she knows
Oh,
about
yes.
God sustaining hand of provision, right? Because even though that's how he has her set up, like she's thriving. Like God takes care of her. He takes care of all of us, right? But he takes care of her. And I think I wanted to just say that to like if that's you, if God is like asking you to step out into something that sounds insane, and he does that a lot. I encourage you to step out into the insanity because he is a keeper, a protector, a provider of those that he calls. So
Yeah.
just a
And I'm
little
gonna
tidbit
tell
right there.
you,
So
walking
good.
on the insanity is the steadiest I've ever been.
Ooh, come.
Fire.
Come.
That's so
Same.
yeah.
Same. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we got
Y'all,
off
time is
topic.
right.
Well,
That
while
was
we're
so
off
good
topic,
though. That was
wait,
all
wait, wait.
so good though.
Yeah. And while we're off topic, I just noticed we all have on cute glasses.
We
Oh, we
do.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Glasses day. Y'all, our time is like ticking away. We only have 10 minutes left
I
and we did
told
like
you.
one
I
point.
told
Hurry
you.
up. Hurry up.
I know. All right, let's go to therapy and inner healing, both and. So I'm really excited about this because Angie K, y'all don't know this, but this is like her jive. Like she is the inner healer girl of the bunch, and I'm excited about this. So let's see, what are we gonna tackle in here? You know what? Let's talk about how inner healing prayer can impact your walk.
Mm.
What do you think?
Well, should I jump in or should somebody else?
Oh, we're all on pins and needles waiting
Jump
for you.
in.
Well, I mean, just so inner healing, right? It comes out of the word sozo. Okay. And so sozo, saved, healed, delivered, nothing missing, nothing lacking, completely whole, right? So that's what the Lord wants us to be, right? When he saves us, he wants us to be complete in every facet. He wants us to be complete mentally, spiritually, physically, all the things, right? So if we're lacking in an area, if we're lacking in that inner healing area, we're not experiencing the fullness of the salvation that he died on the cross for us to have, right? And so that's impacting our walk. If you're not experiencing the fullness of his salvation, how are you walking right with him? And that's not to say you're going to hell. That's not to say anything crazy like that, but it is to say you're missing something great that he has for you. Okay. And so I talked to Dr. Melody about this, and I was telling her in this season, I call it my onion season, okay? Because we're all like onions and we're made of layers, and we have all these things that have happened to us, all this trauma that's happened over our life. And you may not even classify it as trauma, but it is because it affects you, it affects what you do, and it makes it makes your behavior and your thoughts different. But you need to be healed from these things. And so in my onion season, I've been asking the Lord, hey, can you just dig up all the things that need to be healed? And I don't know why I said that because he was like, sure. And I was like, no, because there are so many things. And so you think, oh, but I forgave that person, or oh, I was healed from that. But he just shows you a new layer, a new layer, a new layer. And I'm going to tell you, it's been so hard, but it's been so freeing. I am becoming a different person through inner healing.
Wow.
So good.
We don't have a lot
So
of time,
good.
so I'll stop there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
I feel like I don't have anything to add to that. I'm just like that was so amazing.
You nailed it.
Listen,
You nailed
listen. That was awesome. No,
Oh, go ahead, Mama Viv. You got something?
no, because you
Oh.
guys always say that I have something to say about everything.
Don't be that way.
Okay.
It's because you're gifted.
I
You're
need some
gifted in
inner
all
healing.
areas.
No,
In every area of her life.
I love you, Latasia. She knows me so well.
Um, I do want to hit this real quick, how counseling can uncover hidden patterns or trauma. The reason why I wanted to just hit this really quickly, because Angie K is right, we're not going to be able to get to everything, but some people like to say that therapy is the same as talking to a friend. And although, see, Laticia's already like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, sir. Um, but although talking to a friend can really be a healing, right? It can produce good things inside of you. It is not counseling. Latasia, I'm gonna let you say something on it because I saw that eye twitch one time when I threw that out there.
Yeah, it is. It's just not. It just straight up. It's just obviously not. And maybe it's not as obvious. It is talking. So yes, you're having a conversation back and forth. But a clinician, a therapist, someone who's trained in that area, is designed to listen in a specific way, to hear certain things, even to read body language, because you can gather, you can catch so much. Just the way someone is telling a story, when if they repeat something over and over again. So we're trained. Anybody can go and get trained. Everybody can go and get trained, but everybody is not your friends. It's not therapy. It could be therapeutic, right? Just like taking a walk on the beach is therapeutic, or baking a cookie is therapeutic. But no, it's just not. Friends aren't trained. They may know you very well, but they're not trained in that. That's all. It's just a real simple. It's important to be, I think it's important to, if you are struggling with things, if you are recognizing patterns, my favorite method when I'm working with anyone is to just offer different perspectives, because a lot of times people come in with the same view their whole life. And so I say, okay, so let me offer this perspective, because this is what you said, it's been going on. What about this perspective? And then they do this and they're like, oh, huh. And I'm like, yeah, so you go run with that for a little bit, sit with it and just see. And then you got a whole different set of neurons firing up in the brain, and then different levels of cortisol, and it's all doing a whole bunch of different things, but it's really about perspective. But if you've been cycling through the same perspective of life your whole life, and no one's been there to say, hey, let me snap you out of that one perspective, one focus you've been looking at through one lens, and take it out here. And then really when you could bring Jesus into it and you're like, okay, just let's put the kingdom perspective onto everything. You're like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Here we go. It's very different.
Yes.
That takes time for some people, but it is the goal.
Yes.
So,
That's
So
awesome.
awesome. So
Yeah, I
awesome.
love that.
Packaged
Awesome.
extremely well. Extremely well. And
Mhm.
I'll even add, like, your friends have a bias because they love you.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for them to see objectively, right? In the ways that they really should, to be able to catch some of those patterns and boundaries. And I cannot tell you how many times, like, a client will come in and not know what to talk about and think, oh, I have nothing to talk about in therapy. But it, like Latasia said, like, there's some kind of inflection or something that will pop out of when I just say, how's it been going? Or they'll walk in the room and I'll say, uh-oh, something's not right. And they will not be trying to give it away or whatever. But it's just what we've been trained to do. And then I also think that God just gives a little touch of discernment, if not a lot, a touch of discernment to his kids that do this, right? So that we can do it better for you. Okay, you guys, guess what? We are almost at time. So this is what we're going to do.
No.
We really are. This is what we're going to do so that we can stay within time, but also, like, hit the stuff. Okay. So we're going to encourage the listener, but this is what I'm going to challenge you to do. We did not hit the power of safe people, and we did not hit boundaries, burnout, and breakdowns. So I want you to encourage them from that space. If you can speak to something about safe people or boundaries, burnout, and breakdowns, and with your encouragement, then we have done all in one. I think we can do it. Y'all think we can do it, ladies?
Okay, all right.
All
Okay.
right.
We're sure gonna
Let's
try.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
jump out there and encourage somebody.
Okay.
I
I'll
think
just say
that
it's okay to set up boundaries.
that's good.
Yes, it is.
You might want to say it again, since Angie was saying something at the same time.
Okay, this time, no interference. I say that it's really okay. I give you permission to set up boundaries. Not that you needed my, but
I'm glad
it's
you gave them
okay.
permission.
Yeah.
Really. Sometimes you don't feel like it is. Feel like you can let everybody in all at the same time or whenever they want to come in. No, no. It's really important that you have boundaries and that you create your space and your safe space and that you stick to the rules that you set about those boundaries. Don't break the rules.
Love that.
Mhm.
I think my encouragement comes from the whole boundaries burnout deal. Usually, when you experience burnout, it's because you've been walking in some area that where you're not healthy. And so you get burnt out because it's just not a healthy area, and being unhealthy is hard. And so I want to say, be okay with seeing when you're not healthy, because a lot of times we won't get healthy because we'll never see that we're unhealthy, right? We want to perceive ourselves as totally put together, no flaws, whatever. But that's arrogance and pride. Come on, snap out of it.
Come
We're
on.
all we're all wounded. We all have problems. Be okay with seeing the areas of you that are not healthy so you can address them, even when it's hard.
And can I say really quickly?
Drop. Go ahead.
Can I say really quickly about the burnout? A lot of times we say, well, I was doing God's work, so I don't understand why I'm suffering burnout. You may be doing his work, but you're not doing it the way he wanted you to do it.
Ooh.
Come on. Come on.
Listen, there's a couple mic drops.
Yeah.
Latasia, you got something?
Yeah, I think it just goes hand in hand with both of what Mama Viv and Angie said is it's just be honest. And that's a whole, it's an umbrella, right? So being honest, it is a huge, be honest with yourself. And it's important, I think, to get in front of someone you can be fully, brutally honest with about what you're going through, what the things you're feeling, even what is going on with your relationship with God. And if you're not going to be honest with someone, a therapist or someone close, being honest with your father in heaven is probably, it's super, super important. And you can be honest with him in every way. You can be upset with him. You can be angry with him. He just wants to connect with
Yes.
you. And I found that I used to think that like, okay, how could I be upset with God? Because he does everything and is loving. And, he wants me to express the way that I feel. God gives us these emotions and these feelings for reasons. But he has also given us the Holy Spirit to help discern why they're there, what's going on, all the different things. So be honest. And then boundaries, just to touch on the boundary piece really quick, not everybody's going to like your boundaries. So when you set the boundaries, you're like, oh, that feels really good. And then someone's going to come along and try to break that boundary down, and it's not going to make them happy, or it's going to affect them because it's a boundary. And now they no longer have the access to you that they did. And so it is going to, on the outside, look like people are not very happy. Maybe. So just be mindful of that. Don't be shocked. Like, hey, if I set boundaries, everyone's going to be super happy and it's going to be great. It's like, well, maybe not. So that's just a little disclosure about boundaries.
And
Yeah,
the
they were-
enemy knows just who to send.
Correct.
Oh,
that
yeah.
part, that
Correct.
part. Yeah. So keep going, keep pressing, keep pressing. And I will just say really quickly to tie in the whole safe people thing. When you are getting to that place of feeling burnt out and stuff like that, it is good to have safe people around you that you can confide in and say, hey, this is getting hard for me. That's
Yeah.
part of why I turned into thriving today, because I was having that moment last night and I happened to go and make this new friend. And this new friend was like, Melody, I really want you to take a break next week. When can you take a break next week? And I pulled out my calendar right there in front of her, and we were creating a plan for me to get some rest, right? And that is
Love
what
it.
safe people will do for you, a safe community. So hopefully you got your safe people, you got your boundaries breakdown and burnout. And if you have been to therapy, or if you're not sure, but you think you might want to go, we want to hear from you. So drop us a line in the chat um, and tell us what's helped you walk through your own emotional healing. And that is a wrap, ladies.
Wow.
Ooh.
That was
So
so
what's
sweet.
wait. What's coming next?
Ooh, episode 4.
Episode 4.
Wow. I think
I
Marriage.
can
it's
tell
called.
you.
Let me hear.
Okay. Marriage is a mirror, and sometimes it's cracked.
Ah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Heavy
Ooh,
hitter.
should be a
Heavy
good one.
hitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another episode of Are We on Topic Yet from the Wild Wonder Collective.
If today made you laugh or feel a little more seen,
Go ahead and hit subscribe, share it with a friend, and leave us a review.